Commissioner Transu, I have Commissioner Boyd here on a telelink. Can you call her again?
Commissioner Boyd? Yeah, I did hear her. I thought I heard her.
I did too.
Yeah, I said yes before.
I marked her down as present because I thought I heard her.
I have her on a telelink, so she's
Oh.
in the meeting.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
hey,
We're on.
hold it, guys, back up a moment. Back up a moment. Can you, Frank, can, she say something or whatever there, please? I understand what, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Call Mrs. Boyd, Commissioner Boyd's name again, please.
Commissioner Boyd.
Yes. Here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. All right, proceed. We good to go with everybody, Commissioner Transu?
Yes, we have 6 of the 7 of us. Just Commissioner Reyes, I believe, is absent.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, we have to get the record to reflect, and we have to hear, Commissioner Hawley. That individual has to answer, roll call on the record and stuff, so. Okay, let's move on, folks. Let's go to the approval of the agenda.
Notice that there's a typo here on the agenda for the case number. Do we want to just table that item until next month and correct the case number, or do we want to?
Can we, just correct the, case number, or you wanna, what's?
Let's get the case number.
Do we know what the case number is, or do we wanna just table it? Which one you wanna do?
Yes, the case number should, instead of saying 80, it should say 0008.
That's corrected, please.
Okay.
I'll just correct it there so that when you read it, it'll be correct, but we'll notate it in the minutes that it was transposed and there's.
Okay. Okay.
You go down to the bottom of it? Okay. You ready for a motion?
Yes, ma'am. The floor is now open for a motion to accept our agenda.
Commissioner Upchurch Taylor moves to accept the agenda for today.
Second.
I second the motion.
It's been properly moved by Commissioner Upchurch Taylor, second by Commissioner, Holly. Are there any questions to the motion? Question to the motion? There being no question to the motion, all those in favor of, the agenda, please do so by saying aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, the agenda is approved. Okay, let's look at the, do we have the April, 24, minutes?
I can't hear anything.
You're not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
I noticed, FOIA is, I wonder if this is like a conversion issue when it's converted over, if it messed up the spelling of it here. Those two need to be.
Okay, we'll get that as a correction that needs to be made. Okay, I will entertain a motion to, accept the, April 24, minutes with, necessary correction.
I move that the April 24 minutes be accepted with the, necessary corrections.
I
Commissioner
second.
Upchurch Taylor, second.
It's been properly moved by Commissioner Holly, second by Commissioner Upchurch Taylor, that we approve the April 24, minutes. Are there any questions to the motion? Questions to the motion? There being no questions to the motions, all those in favor will say aye.
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 All opposed will say nay. The motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Upchurch Taylor, for doing the minutes of April.
No, thank you for doing them.
I appreciate it.
Every month.
Okay, here's the, May 24, May, 14, 24, minutes. Okay, are we ready to, approve the minutes? Uh-oh.
Second.
I think that this was probably supposed to say that there was a conflict of interest with them representing the city of Davenport.
Okay, should we add that?
Yeah.
Okay. let's see. Okay, with the city of Davenport and them, because I heard something about Lane and Waterman that day. I mean, I know we mentioned them.
Mm-hmm. With them, they're serving as corporation counsel to the city
Oh, okay.
and representing parties before the commission.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was between, conflict of interest with the city and council, Lane and Waterman?
With them serving as corporation counsel
Yes,
to the city of Davenport.
correct.
So we would be approving it with the amendment.
Okay.
All right. So we'll now, I'll now entertain a motion to accept it with the necessary correction.
Upchurch, Taylor, Loomis, okay. Was somebody else getting ready to do it?
Sister Boyd, Commissioner Boyd go ahead, Commissioner Boyd.
I move that the minutes be accepted as corrected.
Second,
The minutes of May 2024 has been moved by Commissioner Boyd with the necessary corrections and, second by Commissioner Holly. Are there any questions to the motion? Are there any questions to the motion? There being none, all those in favor will do so by saying aye.
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 All opposed would say nay, no. The ayes have it, the, motion is approved. So thank you very much. Okay. We will now, go
I
ahead.
just had a question. Who seconded that? I didn't catch that.
That was, Commissioner Holly.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now we will, have, the director's report. Director Lacy.
Oh, it works better if I were not muted.
Yeah, we can probably hear you then.
So we didn't have any right to sue letters issued in the month of May, and no cases settled in mediation or conciliation. We received the FOIA results for the FOIA regarding the dump, which was 5/2/2024. However, the results that we received for the public records request 149/2024 and 171/2024 were incomplete. So when we received the initial incomplete responses, I sent those to the Iowa Public Information Board and asked if that needed to be a separate complaint from the initial one, which was the 52/2024, or if that could be added to the existing one. And she explained that it could be added to the existing one.
Okay.
So she added those to that complaint, the 24 FC 0017. And they had us pay $80 to receive the results for the remaining two, and then the results were incomplete. Those were the ones relating to the records for comparison salaries for the other staff members. So we are awaiting an update from the Public Information Board on the status of that records request complaints, and what the city is going to do to correct that. I think I forwarded out what they sent us, and it was basically just like an over-redacted version of W-2s, and rather than showing us the compensation packages, it's just a chart that has X's instead of numbers showing what the compensation package is. So, yeah, we're waiting an update on that specific issue. The League of Civil and Human Rights Agencies is working with some organizations who do education and outreach in educational settings for students throughout the state of Iowa. And they would like to do like a Know Your Rights campaign for students. And so they've asked that that different agencies kind of meet with them to help them do like a Know Your Rights campaign to assist them in kind of explaining what the different municipal agencies do, so that if they need to file a complaint, or if they just want more information about their local commission, they can have that information to know which protections are offered under our ordinances. I presented at Davenport U last month, and we hosted our Protecting Places of Worship initiative with DOJ. The commissioners, thank you all so much again for volunteering to assist with that. Staff and members of the community. That was held on May 2nd. We received an update on the FAP rollout meeting, so there are not going to be any changes on, and sorry for Commissioner Peterson, your new FAP is Fair Housing Assistance Partner, and that's through HUD. So we are considered a FAP agency because of our HUD contract. There aren't going to be changes in the amount of funding for case processing, and they might have fewer funds this year for partnership. And we usually use partnership funds to buy like giveaways. This year we use it to supplement the part-time staff person's funding. And they will be increasing C funding, which is the special enforcement funding. So if we have a case where we need like to hire an expert witness or something, we will have increased funding for that. It's not a lot of increased funding, but a little bit. We had a public hearing last month. The Quad Cities Tenants Alliance is working on proposing a rent abatement ordinance to the City Council. So I met with them about it and some community members, and then I attended their community meeting to learn more about it. They invited, I believe the person is a housing inspector from Iowa City, to talk about the ordinance that they have there and how it's being utilized, and whether that would be something that might be a useful tool in the toolbox for the city of Davenport. So it's basically an ordinance that would allow the city to restrict the landlord from collecting rent if they have tenants who are missing certain things in their housing. Like if the heat is out, the landlord should not be continuing to accept rent if the tenants don't have heat of the winter, that kind of thing. And so they were basically looking to see if the commission would support it. It seems like a generally good thing. Obviously, we want to see like what the specific language is. Make sure that it's something that is actually aligned with our mission. But I think after seeing that and then figuring that out, I think it would be something that the commission should support generally, just based on the demographics of renters and the cases that we see that sometimes coincide with issues relating to severe maintenance issues. continuing to follow up on the 2024 and 2025 budget requests. So, yesterday at about 4:55, the interim finance director stopped by, and he said that he was able to speak to HR to get them to finish processing the personnel action to move the housing analyst position into our budget, so that the person currently performing those duties is officially in that position. And I checked this morning, it still hadn't been fully processed. And he said that they were also, that HR was also agreeing to approve the 2 full-time investigator positions. When I checked this morning, those hadn't been processed either. So it looks like once they're processed, we should be able to have the housing analyst and 2 full-time investigator positions.
So, Director Lacy, so what does that give us here, as a total, employment within the office once we, get everybody on board?
6 staff members.
And, we were with what, 4?
Yeah, 4.44.
Okay, all right, I guess, they kill me with these, people with the 0.4s and 0.5s and stuff and everything, but anyway, okay, all right, great. At least it's a start, so, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, I forgot to input the new date. So we selected new dates for the joint training, and that's September 24th to 25th. So I need to update that if it's an error. We are still awaiting the finalized agenda and dates for the DOJ CRS to do a DCRC specific training. And I'm also still working with DOJ CRS on the environmental justice issue. So we got like I said, we got the FOIAs from the city for relating to the dump and for the report. So we're looking through that information and condensing the information. And then we're also working with DOJ CRS because they have an environmental justice component. And they have stated that there might be potential for them to assist us with coming up with information for the public regarding the possible environmental justice related issues for that area. And if you recall, a couple months ago, we kind of talked about like they have a really high percentage of people who have a low life expectancy. I think it was like 26% of the people in that area are expected to have a low life expectancy. And so that is something that might implicate some environmental justice issues. And so they might be able to assist us with kind of coming up with information for the public, showing them how to actually search that information and doing some kind of campaign for that in addition to having it written up in the report. So a few months ago, the commission voted to have some in-person meetings, and so like, I guess alternating between Zoom and in-person meetings. But we haven't had any of the in-person meetings yet. Do we want to schedule those as like a standing meeting or revisit the topic or maybe just kind of every so often consider the in-person meetings versus Zoom? How do we want to handle those going forward? I know that Commissioner Reyes is usually kind of in between hearings at the courthouse.
Guys, the reason why we'll continue to probably do Zoom is so that Commissioner Reyes can, continue to participate. And secondly, because of, the threat is still out there, but, I think, to me, I think it would behoove us to get together at least once a quarter in person, or once every 6 months or something. We voted on it, I think we did, I believe, and I think we ought to go ahead and put it on the calendar. So I need to, Commissioner Transu, as I poll each commissioner, please record their comment or their vote. Commissioner Ford.
I'm sorry,
Huh?
can't hear. I couldn't hear you.
I believe that we should get together at least once every quarter or sometime to meet in person. At least once a quarter. And so I know that Commissioner Reyes has an issue with that. She's not here today, and I'm not sure what her reason is, but I don't think it's gonna cripple us, because I personally like to see everybody every once in a while, except on a Zoom call, and I like Zoom because it helps me with the other meetings that I have to transition from one meeting to another one. So Zoom is quite helpful for me. But if I can schedule one in-person meeting and put it on the calendar, I can deal with the other meeting that I have with respect to timing and stuff. So I need to know, Commissioner Boyd, what are your thoughts or comments about meeting quarterly in person? Yay or nay?
It would be okay with me. As you know, Zoom is okay with me. I'm leaving in 2 hours flying out of the state, and so this, it works well for me.
Okay.
When I do that. Also, with Commissioner Reyes at her work, that was we want her to be included also. So if we need to meet once a quarter, that's fine. But otherwise, I don't know that we have to, fill it in right now, because I can just imagine that we'll need to change it.
Okay. Commissioner Holly.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Once a quarter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I vote yes.
Okay. Commissioner Peterson.
Fine by me.
Commissioner Transu.
Yes, I'm good with it.
Commissioner Upchurch Taylor.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that as well. Director Lacy, we'll get together and we'll schedule the next meeting. We'll schedule the next quarterly update. The next quarterly meeting, we'll schedule in person in the office at the Davenport Commissioner Civil Rights Office. Okay?
Okay, and that's the July meeting?
No, not the July meeting. Let's start in September.
Okay. And then we've noticed, so in the last few weeks, we have had 5 people who were filing housing complaints not show up for their intake interview. So we're kind of monitoring that. I'm not sure what is going on with it, but it seems like at 2 specific properties, they've come in to do the questionnaires and then they've not showed up for the meeting. We're not sure if something is going on with that, if it's just a coincidence, we're not sure. So we're kind of monitoring it. And we have a table at Juneteenth. So we usually rely on Cody. He's scheduled a few events. And he does them usually on the weekends. But he's not here anymore. And we need some volunteers to table for Juneteenth, which is, I think the event is the Saturday after Juneteenth. So June, let me
It's
look at the
this
calendar to
coming
make sure I have the
Saturday.
correct date.
This coming
Or is it
Saturday.
the 15th? Yeah.
It's this coming
Saturday before
Saturday.
Juneteenth.
Yeah, and I did let her know that I can start with setup starting at 10, and I can be there till 1 at the booth, from 11 to 1 then.
Okay.
So I am down for that. I sent her back a thing that said, yep, I still was able to do that, so.
Frank should have, keep it
but I-
from, Frank should keep it from then on out.
Well, what's that, Commissioner Augusta?
He volunteered to.
I won't even be available. I'm already committed to punch.
Oh, I know it, Frank. I'm just, a lot of us, well, a lot
And
of
I'm
us
there.
are, go ahead.
And I'm there, and I can do an hour between the 3 or, yeah. You know, I can do as much as possible. I got 3 I'm supposed to be at.
Okay.
I got,
So,
I'm gonna be checking folks in, and I got, I'm not gonna be at the NAACP table, but I got prostate cancer table that I'm gonna be working. I just gotta look at mine again, and I'm gonna see what I can do there. But I know that, I got a lot of responsibility just, since I'm the president for this thing that we're putting on, and, I'm gonna be providing some, security and stuff too, for the entire, event. So, we'll see what I can do. I just don't know right now.
Okay.
I can do 1 to 2:30.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was that sent out the thing for volunteering for this, but,
Staff.
was it Stephanie or
Mm-hmm.
somebody? Okay, yeah, I thought so. But anyway, yeah, I let her know.
For the director, all right. Here.
I can't hear.
Mm-hmm. And then you get in at 3 o'clock.
Okay, well, I don't know how to make it. Just trying to share my screen better. I guess I should give one more update. I received a filing that was done yesterday.
I can't hear.
This is an affidavit from the city's IT director. So, in a court filing that was filed last month regarding the conflict of interest, and the IT director has submitted an affidavit in support of Lena Waterman's position that a conflict does not exist with them serving as the city's corporation counsel. And he has falsely stated that they do not have access to the commission's files, or our email, which is not true. As you may remember, there have been, several instances where they have accessed my email and our files, and that I have complained about, and they do still have access to that. So I'm not sure why he would have stated that, because he's saying they don't have access to our system or files. So the city definitely has a policy that says that anything that's stored on their server, or I think emails, they have access to them. I mean, and then obviously it's the IT department, so they have access to that stuff anyway. I think that they are attempting to create the false impression that documents that are stored on our case tracking, our new case tracking software, is the totality of any files that we would have. And the IT department certainly knows that that's not true, because we have I want to say 6 terabytes of data on the city server. So I don't know why he would have written or signed this, but he did. So just as an FYI, this is something that's going on. I did email him and Valerie Merritt and Allison Fleming, the HR director, yesterday to ask clarifying questions about this, because, I'm not sure why he would have written or signed this document, because it's not a true statement. And I had not received a response the last time I checked. But that's just an FYI of something that's kind of going on in the background. And he makes a curious statement in this paragraph that they only have access to things that are specifically shared with the city. So all of our records are supposed to be confidential, so we're not sharing anything with the city. If someone emails us, they typically email us on the DavenportIowa.com email address. So that could be a party sending in evidence, and then we take the evidence from there and put it into the case tracking software. And if we get something in the mail, it's usually scanned in using the printer and scanner that's on the city server as well. So, again, I'm not sure why he would have signed this.
And, did they ever, what about them getting into our snail mail?
Exactly.
I mean, someone opened our letter and we never did get anything, done about that, they're not saying, I guess, who opened it or why it, came to us opened.
Well, we never received it at all.
Oh, we didn't even get it, yeah, see, and
No,
so that does not make any sense. So they have definitely interfered with our mail.
And and I don't know how often that has happened. So, in 2020, this same attorney served myself, Cody, and I think the commission to Sarah Ott up on the 3rd floor, who worked in the city's administration office, and we never received those documents either. So we allegedly were served a subpoena by this attorney, and it was received by someone at the city, and they never gave us the document. So I'm not sure how we could submit a response or do anything with the subpoena if we don't receive it. So to say that they don't have access to our files is just a blatantly false statement. They're not supposed to be accessing our files legally and according to our contracts, but they are on the city server. And so if the IT department runs a FOIA search and it has terms in it that are within our files or within our emails, those would definitely come up within that search. So now this is just, I guess, wasting my time because I now have to submit a responsive filing to this because of false statements from city staff.
Well, Dr. Lacy, I hate we gotta go through this here, number one. Number two, the fact that we've got some disingenuous people within the city government, it just bothers me, that, we can't, sit down at the table and resolve this issue and get it together. And, the only other, thing that leaves, for us to do is to fight this thing. There have been too many instances where, the city has accessed information like you have said, not even contacted us, confidential information, and provided it out to the public, to the entities that they wanted to, without even contacting this office. And then, lastly, any dumb person would know if you got information on a server that, anybody can go in on that server and pull information off of that server. Whoever's the owner of that server can go and pull whatever kind of information they want off of that server. And so, we could, this could stop merely by the city administrator issuing some instructions for it to stop.
Exactly.
So we have no other choice but to proceed and to justify our position as to why it is inaccurate. And at the current moment, the city of Davenport credibility is at zero with me, because the underhand process that they have done some other things on, and then with the House Oversight Committee now want to look at why they have given a $1.2 million, $1.6 million payout, further serves as a reason why I have reservations about what this individual is saying. So we got to fight on, continue to do what you're doing, and we stand behind the Davenport Civil Rights Commission. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm in agreement with that also.
And share this. Okay. So we currently have 163 open employment cases, 5 closed, 1 pending PC, hopefully to resolve in conciliation. For housing, we have 32 open and 8 closed. Education, we have 18 open and 1 closed. And public accommodations, we have 18 open and closed. Hopefully, with the addition of new investigators, we can reduce our caseload to get rid of some of our older cases. We are currently working through how we're going to divvy that up amongst new people. So hopefully, if HR moves forward with getting the new staff members added and the positions listed, we can perhaps assign cases to those new investigators to get some of those education and public accommodations, housing cases closed, and the civil rights specialist can focus on the employment cases, getting those resolved.
A question, Director Lacey. For those cases that are outstanding, are we waiting on input, information, or we're just at certain phases of the case for those outstanding cases?
Yeah, we're just at different phases of the investigation. So it's basically, we're sending out requests for information, receiving information, reading through that information, and we're trying to basically have our hands on every case. And it's just a ton of cases. So attempting to do that is really, really hard. But so that's what it is. It's just letting the cases work through the process. And then, once they reach final review, that's when they come to me for issuing a decision. So our case files are typically maybe 500 to 1,000 pages. So I'm reading through the case file, issuing a decision, while also being terrorized by the city and working on litigation.
Understood. Thank you.
It's a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate the effort you guys are doing.
No problem. That's all I have for the case status. Director's report.
Well, thank you very much, Director Lacy, for such a thorough report. And I will have to tip my hat to you and the staff there for an extraordinary job that you guys are doing to serve those who are disadvantaged, who have been have injustices done to them, and to have the amount of work that's being done, the workload that you have, rather, and to continue to keep your head above the waterline. I'm amazed at what you do and stuff. So we just have to continue to hold the ship, and help is on the way. So we'll finally get there and stuff. So
thank you all for the same. I know the commissioners are also being terrorized as volunteers. So thank you all for all that you do as well.
okay. Okay. The new business.
Alrighty.
H-0008-0002-23. What is the status? What case is that?
So this is a housing case involving allegations of disability discrimination. It is a case involving denial of an accommodation. The prospective tenants sought to rent from the respondent, and they have a service animal. So the respondent wanted to charge them a fee for the service animal. After the tenants kind of conveyed their knowledge of the law that that it would be, a violation of the law for the landlord to charge them this fee and pet rent for their service animal, the landlord told them, the housing is no longer available then. You can't rent from me. So we issued a probable cause decision. It did not resolve in conciliation, and so now we're here for the commission to take a vote to take it to public hearing.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, for Commissioner Peterson, since this might be your first one, with housing cases, the ordinance says that those have to go to public hearing, so the commission doesn't have an option to not take it to public hearing.
Any questions, Commissioner Peterson?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So we don't have an option on this one, so there's no need to vote. So
but we still have to have a vote. We do still have to have a vote.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It would appear that was useless, because if we had to go to public, if we got to go to public hearing, we don't have an option. We can only vote one way. Okay, Commissioner Franzo. would you please call the roll, to, find out the, indication from, each commissioner as its, desire for this, case, please?
Yes. Commissioner Boyd,
Yes.
Commissioner Duster,
Yes.
Commissioner Holly,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
Commissioner Upchurch Taylor,
Yes,
Commissioner Transu, yes. We have 6 yeses.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Well,
Ma'am.
that was unanimous, vote from the people that are here, and so this case will go to, public hearing. That being the only case under new business, is there anything else, that we have, for this here that's not here on the agenda, Director
Nope.
Lacy?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. There's nothing under old business. Do we have anybody from the public? I don't see anybody on here from the public.
I'd like to, know and, provide our, consolation to the family of our former director, Brenda Drew Peoples, and her death.
Oh, okay, you kind of, what did you say, Evelyn?
So I'd like
acknowledge,
to acknowledge and, send, our,
Brenda Drew People.
and concern,
Okay.
yes, to the family.
Can, if there are any commissions, I will be, dropping my, donation down to the office for a flower and, for longtime, director, Brenda Drew Peoples. She was the director of the, Civil Rights Commission for many years. And, she has been a community icon, Lord knows how long, and she's helped so many young people around here get their lives together and kept some out of jail and put them on the right track. And she has been a great church,
Excuse me.
a great church, community organizer. And, she has just done great things. And, I tell you, she's gonna be sorely missed. I hadn't forgot about it. You just beat me to the punch, Etheline. So, but, guys,
You know,
so if you could, I would like for those that would like to, Director Lacy, well, let me back up just a moment. Etheline, do we have funeral arrangements for her yet? Do we have those, out yet?
yes, this Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
At Third Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay. Can we, if you would like to donate something to Water Flower for, Brenda Drew People, please drop it by the office there. I'm gonna drop mine by there, today and stuff, so.
I'm getting on a plane within the hour, so I may ask someone to include mine because I won't be back in time to, come down to the office. I'm leaving on a plane within an hour.
Okay.
Okay. All right, just,
I really want to be included in whatever we do.
okay,
Okay.
okay, so we just wanna do a flower, is that it? Director Lacy?
Yes, and Commissioner Reyes has volunteered to draft something and give us a photo for including that in the annual report.
Okay, great, okay, Awesome.
Commissioner Reyes also is soliciting the judicial department about a bench in commemoration of Sister Peoples. So she put a letter out a couple of days ago. I don't know the status, but she said she'd have to check with the judge to see if he allowed it, and if so, she wanted to get a bench and put it, in the courthouse.
Courthouse, okay. Okay,
Did you say that we as a commission that someone will be writing a letter to share at these services? Did you say that?
I can do that, unless you want, Director Lacy, you wanna do it, or you want me to do it?
Oh, I didn't hear what she said.
If someone, go ahead and say it, Frank.
Yeah, she was asking if someone was writing a letter of commendation for Sister Peoples.
Like to have a proclamation or something?
Be read at the services also.
Yes.
Yes, like a proclamation. A resolution?
From the city or from the commission?
Commission, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is everyone, we don't have that on the agenda, but is everyone in agreement with myself and Commissioner Guster kind of drafting something and presenting it to them?
Yes. It may not be on the agenda, but people don't die every day either. I mean, well,
Right.
people, you can't put stuff like that on the agenda.
Yes, I'm in agreement.
Okay.
I'm in agreement too.
Yes.
All right.
So am I.
Okay. Okay. And then maybe I can ask one of the council members to see if the mayor can do one as well.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay. I think that would be nice. Okay, now, Evelyn asked about it being read, but some, the people, they would read that though, wouldn't it? Whoever's reading the rest of the letter, correct?
Usually, yeah.
Correct, okay.
Sometimes, and sometimes the organization that is presenting it reads it, but they will let you know how it's to be done, the family.
Right, okay.
And we read at the services by the clerk, church clerk.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Okay, then, that being, all the, business that have become before this body today, if there are no objections, we will adjourn our meeting today.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
The public hearing that we voted on, I assume we will be notified when that will happen?
Director
Yeah, it's
Lacy.
usually on the director's report.
Okay. I mean, it'll be before, we'll be notified before it happens.
Yes,
Did you want to
absolutely.
attend?
Well, I think it might be useful for me to attend. I mean, as part of my orientation, I thought I would think about attending that.
Did you want me to send you a video of one of the old ones too?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I usually mention it before
Thank you.
on the
Yeah.
agenda. No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I have a question. Director Lacy, do we have a meeting on Thursday? I had something on Thursday from 1 or 12, something like that, 1 to 3.
I
Is that
think
right?
that Commissioner Reyes, maybe hit something on her phone, and it's now showing the commission meeting twice.
Oh,
Because I have it
okay,
on
so I
mine
can-
too. It's
Yeah.
showing as an invitation
Yeah.
from her.
I think we're all
Okay,
getting
so I
that.
can delete that.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Any other questions from any other, commissioner before we proceed to close? Okay, if there are no objections, then, we will adjourn the meeting for, the Davenport Civil Rights Commission.
Yeah, our next meeting is July 9th.
July 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, sorry, we're adjourned, but I will be out of the office from June 17th until July 8th. I'll be back.
July 17th through the who?
June 17th to
June
July 8th.
You said July 17th through July the 8th.
June 17th until
June.
July 8th.
Oh, June 17th until July 8th. Oh. I'm trying to put July together. I was like, how you gonna be going from July the 18th to July the 8th? Okay. That sounds a little bit better. June the 18th to July the 8th. Okay. All right. Well, listen. Hey, take care, everybody. Be safe, and we will talk at you later. Take care now. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, everyone.